Hello, my name is Alexander. I was born in 1890. I have lived through both revolutions, the October Revolution and the February Revolution. I have also lived through the fall of the Soviet Union. The only revolution that I participated in was the October Revolution. This is classed as a revolution because the revolution was successful. The Bolsheviks won, and they were in power even though there was a long period of civil war. Since we were able to oust and remove the Tsar, the provincial government went into place and started to govern Russia. The provincial government made the same mistake as the Tsar did to the people of Russia. That's why all the Russians wanted a communist government. The provincial government did not reach the promises and could not satisfy us during the time. Many people started to hate the provincial government and thought, if we could end the reign of the TSR, then we could and remove the provincial government. Everyone wanted communist government by then because everyone wanted to be equal, so everyone would get food and no one would starve. So the provincial government would not help people and made the same exact decision as the Tsar. The food went all to the military on the front lines. Everyone hated that. During the February Revolution, Lenin was still exiled from Russia. So during the October Revolution, he was able to come back to Russia. And everyone wanted a communist government, and Lenin was in the Bolsheviks, which supported communism, so everyone wanted to support Lenin. When Lenin first joined, no one really had his trust, so Lenin had to gain everyone's trust by inviting everyone in, giving small speeches off his balcony, or during protest, and that got everyone empowered and everyone went with the Bolsheviks. Since Lenin was not the leader of the February Revolution, since he was exiled, he was the leader of the October Revolution. I remembered before our first protest, we all went to Lenin's balcony to hear one of his famous speeches. It was not planned, our first protest, so when we went to his balcony asking for a speech, he would come up, give a short, empowering speech, but even though it was so small or short, it was still very inspirational, and that's when we left to the government building. So, when we went to the government official building, we were protesting outside. During the protest, the government was really scared, I guess, because of what happened to the Tsar, and they didn't want it to happen to them. So, they tried to order guards to get on top of the roof and start sniping on random people. And that happened for at least a few minutes before everyone ran away. It was scary. I almost got shot. A few people next to me got shot. And since this day, everything has gotten a little bit more violent. People started throwing rocks at the building, at guards, and the Bolsheviks were handing weapons at us to shoot the building and so we had to defend ourselves, which I guess was not right. And the most illegal act I could remember of the time was when the Bolsheviks paid the Navy to enter the communication center so that the provincial government could not call in for extra help from the security forces and other police because, the communication center is closed. The Bolsheviks called out for the sailors because the sailors were the most feared military force in Russia at the time, and the sailors were, I think, the only military that was in favor of communism. After all this mayhem, Lenin's idea for Russia started to be in place on the table, and Russia was the first communist country. It was successful because after the October Revolution, there was a civil war that broke out, but at the end, the Bolsheviks still won, like in the October Revolution. And the Soviet Union was, for at least 69 years, almost 70. Why, hello there. The October Revolution was a revolution that changed the world. It changed the view on Russia from different countries like United States of America, Britain, and Japan. As a legacy, the October Revolution marks the first communist government in the world. After the country from coming out of a monetary Russia became a Russian SFSR, and later part of the USSR, which dissolved in the late 1999, 69 years later. During World War II, Russia contributed a big part by sending all of its forces to attack Germany, which helped end the World War II quickly. Russia played a role in the Cold War because Gorbachev, the leader of the USSR from 1985 to 1991, had the idea of tearing down the Berlin Wall.